Hi guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to talk about time cycles for the next quarter, that is from April, May, and June. Now, this is not your financial quarters, these are just your yearly calendar quarters. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what happened. We'll take a quick review of what happened in the first quarter, first 3 months of your 2025. We had some major time cycles, some minor time cycles, and it's very important, especially for the new members, those who are watching this video for the first time. You must understand what are time cycle inversions. All right. First, we'll start off with January. January, we had two important time zones. So this is you can see there's a difference here. There's a dotted line, there's a solid line. There's a dotted line, there's a solid line. All right. There's H, and some places there's LL. So basically, there is something called annual cycle. And this annual cycle, all this time cycles is part of my private research. I don't usually share all this in public for the benefit of those who are studying and those who are following me on YouTube especially. I'm thinking about sharing this in a public domain. I started this last year towards 2024, the late second half of 2024. But what happened was many so-called gurus started copy pasting it in their paid groups. They started sharing the same dates, same levels what I share. This somehow is a negative effect of what I wanted to achieve. We'll talk about that later, but right now, quickly, let's look at the quick review in January month. January month first was your minor time cycle zone between 13th to 16th. Now, I'm not going to go through every single time zone and what happened. That you already know, you've already seen it in all the weekly analysis videos. Right now, I'll just highlight some important ones. You see, in a minor time zone, this is a minor time zone, right? Minor time cycle zone. Here, sometimes you'll get a minor move, or sometimes you'll get a big move. Okay, we have no idea about the direction, what it can take in a major time cycle. Now, what is the difference between major and minor? Again, that is beyond the scope of this video. I don't discuss that, and that is private research. I don't discuss that in public, but I'll just tell you that there is some power shift. Okay, there's a difference between power. Major time cycles usually generate big moves. Most of you who have been following these time zones recently have been asking me one single question: is it a reversal time zone? Are these time zones reversal time zones? I've told you how to read this in the previous video. I'll just repeat it again for the new members. You have to study the price action within this zone. Okay, you have to study the price action within this zone. Only then you can decide what kind of direction it's going to take. Do not try to predict. Now, if you're studying the Elliott wave, especially the advanced concepts, the YouTube part, it's there till intermediate, basic and intermediate. But if you're in the private group, you're learning advanced concepts, you have an idea how to forecast the next step of the moves, right, in the market. So that structural based forecasting, if you do it within this time zone, you have a good idea of what is happening before the time zone. You have a good idea of what is happening within the time zone. You can have a good idea of what is going to happen after the time zone. I'll give you an example. We were here at this time in this was a major time cycle zone. These are two combination of two major time cycle zones, and as per normal cycle. Now, what is normal cycle? Normal cycle, I call this as your normal study, meaning there are two cycles: normal cycle and inversion. Okay, inverted. There are two cycles. This is the first one, normal cycle. This is inverted cycle. So normal cycle, if you do time analysis or time studies, again, let me tell you, I've got this question many times. Can you teach GAN analysis? Can you teach, are you a GAN trader? Time analysis, there are so many methods. Inside GAN also, there are so many methods. I have tried my best to study GAN and I have done my own research. What I'm sharing with you is my own research. I cannot tell that this is GAN analysis, because GAN himself, who is the father of time, he himself never revealed his methods. All right, he never revealed his methods. Those who are studying his books or studying his methods, they try to decode it on their own. All right, they do their own research. So similarly, I did my own research, and I am working on my own studies. That is not, there is not one specific formula. There is no let's say one calculation where you can find tops and bottoms. That is not how it works. I'm telling you now itself, don't get confused in the future. So in my normal cycle, what I call normal cycle is you get some direction, right? You get a direction plus time zone. Okay, direction plus time zone you get. This is as per expectation. That's why we call it as a normal cycle. So for example, now this time zone we had a combination of this time zone. Why was this important? Because the orange color was weekly major time cycle and the white color was daily time frame. So combination of multiple time frames, time cycle. Okay, that gave us one large time zone. That is why it was a major time cycle, big time zone. It's not a one single candle. And also I'm using a 1 hour chart. If you go to a daily time frame, it will show you something else, a little bit congested. That's why I'm showing you a 1 hour chart here. So in this case, very simple. As per the normal cycle, we are expecting a high to be made. Okay, this is the knowledge we had in the beginning of the year. From this point here, market started to go up, right? A single way up. So the doubt was there whether an inversion has taken place. Now, for the new members, inversion means nothing but the exact opposite of what was expected. So for a time zone, if you have any time zone, single time candle or single time zone or whatever, those who are doing their own astro research or numerology or GAN research, you can relate to this. If you're expecting a price to make a high like this, right? If you're expecting a price to make a high in a specific time zone, what market does is it does the exact opposite. It makes a low instead of high. Time zone is same, it does not change, but direction becomes opposite, right? This is one of the tricks of time. This is a trick. We cannot predict it in the advance. We cannot do anything. That is why I told you we cannot confirm. Let's say I have in April, I have some date I'm expecting a high to. We cannot confirm that until you study the price action here. Okay. So what was the issue here? So we had a bottom and market started to rally one way, correct? So instead of high, the question is whether we got a low. Did market take an inversion? So usually a general rule I follow is I wait till the entire time zone gets over, then I tell, okay, yes, inversion is done. So what happened here, towards the exact end of the time zone, market gave us a proper high. And then you know the story later, we fell nearly 3,000 points from the top. This was nearly starting of Feb month, and then we fell 3,000 points. In between, what do we have? We have a minor time cycle. Now again, question which I always get asked is, sir, is this for reversals? Are we using time zones for reversals? No, we're not using time zones for reversals. Price can do continuation pattern also, right? Price can do a continuation pattern also. We cannot predict this. Again, let me tell you, minor time cycle zones, we don't have direction. Major time cycles, okay, we can understand if it's not high, we can expect low, something like that, right? But in minor time cycles, we do not have any direction. We have to study price. So for price analysis, I told you the best and the highest degree of price analysis is Elliott wave. We have basics plus your intermediate stage on YouTube. The advanced is private, right? You don't think about advanced right now. Think about your basics and intermediate first. Finish this, practice this. Later, if you think you're suitable for that, if you find some benefit, then think about advanced. Advanced is difficult. Do not think of reading or watching this. It's a 2 hours maximum, 2 hours 20 minutes or 2 hours, something like that. On YouTube, everything, all patterns, all lowest patterns, everything is discussed. How to calculate waves, everything is discussed. Practice that for some time and then later think about it once. Don't jump now. All right. Now going forward, this part here, time zone in March was a major one. This is a major time cycle, right? This major time cycle, we were expecting what? A low to be made as per normal cycle. As per Normal cycle, I have mentioned here in the start of the year itself, we are expecting a low to be made. Now, what happened here? Market was in a consolidation, right? Market was in a consolidation. There was a possibility also that market can do this suddenly at this point. So as per our rule, what do? We wait till the end of the time zone. Time zone does not end here, it ends here. You see, this is a overlapping of two weekly time frame and daily time frame time zones. A combination of both, multiple time cycles, which is confluence. So that is why we had to wait till we get a confirmation. I think by then we got the confirmation here that it is a breakout, and definitely we got a low. Now question here is this a bottom? No, this is not a bottom, this is a higher low. Now this is another important point. Time will not tell you whether market is going to make a higher low or a lower low. Okay, in time analysis, remember this, those who are studying time analysis, time will never tell you price. Time study is for time only. But I'm telling you now, if you go for higher levels of time analysis, advanced stages, it will tell you. It will tell you direction possibility. Okay, direction possibility. It will not tell you higher low or lower low. It'll just tell you direction possibility. This is what we are using here in major time cycles. Okay, this is what we're using here in major time cycles. Direction possibility, it will tell you. That's all. We're using the advanced level. So the minor time cycles is the basic study of time, basic ones, minor ones. Again, all this is my private research. I don't expect I will be teaching this in public in any private group or in the future also, because I have seen the capacity of nowadays people copy pasting it, selling indicators from my own studies, sharing it in the private groups without understanding. So the harm done is not for one person, that is me. It is done for so many other genuine learners. All these corrupt people who are copy pasting it, those genuine learners also will get hurt, right? So again, it is my decision. If I want to change it, I'll change it in the future. So towards the end of March, what did we have? Another minor time cycle zone. And if you see this, minor sometimes can trigger big moves, right? You can see from here 23,800, and we had a sharp fall so far to 21,800, 2,000 points drop. Again, you cannot predict it in the start of the year. You have to wait and study price action. I think by this point, those who are following regularly, we had a 25th as an important date in the month of March, and yes, market turned from there. I will not go into those details. Those who are following regularly, they know already what we were looking for. Anyway, so let's quickly wrap up this video. I'll just give you the dates for the upcoming 3 months. The first one is April 8th to 11th, right? Today is the 7th of April. I will wait it for, the global reaction on the tariff. If Indian market also faces, then I thought, let me just wait and watch, then I'll make this video. So 8th to 11th is the first minor time zone for this quarter. And then we go towards 30th and 2nd May. So directly towards the end of the month. Usually what I do, I try to explain is that between two time zones. So for example, this is one time zone here, major one, and the next one is minor. So between these 2 points, we need a swing. Okay, somewhere we need some swing in the between. Here there was a minor swing. This one, minor, not a big one. Between these two time zones, we need a swing point. We had it. All right. Between these two, we need one swing point. We did not get it. It was a straight one-way move. No problem. No issues with that. Now, between these two, we had a swing point. Market fell. The next part between these two. So why I'm telling you this is because 8th to 11th is almost towards the start of the month, the first half, and directly towards the end of the month or starting of the next month is the next time zone. So between that, if there is an important swing, whether it's a move like this, whether it goes down first and then goes up, that is up to the market to decide, not us. If market decides to go up and then starts down, we need some sort of indication in between. It'll be very, very easy for us. Sometimes like this kind of powerful manipulated move, you might not see it. All right. So that is the first two dates, two time zones for the month of April and start of May. There is only one major time cycle. Okay, there's only one major time cycle zone, which is on the mid-March. So not mid-March, mid-May. 12th May to your 16th May. It's, I think, one entire week of trading days. Actually, the date is from 11th, but 11th is a holiday. It's a Sunday, I think. Yeah. So we start from 12th towards 16th, right? So this entire week remains important. And after that, there is no time cycle zone till the mid of June. So 12th June to 16th June again is the next time cycle zone, minor. So there's, for the next 3 months, there are three annual dates. These annual cycles are nothing but your minor time cycle zones, which are marked here, right? These are your annual cycles. So just take a screenshot. It'll be easier for you, right? This is your annual cycles and only one major time cycle, that is in your month of May. It'll be easier for us to study. So I'll tell you again why I share this. Why is it important for anyone in the markets to have a forecast? Is because I've given this example earlier, but I'll give it again. When you leave from your home and you go towards your office, as soon as you leave, you know which turn you have to take, which right turn you have to take, which left turn, go further and take a U-turn and come, and there your office is, right? Before you leave your house, you already know what is going to happen. So it's very clear for you. So in case when you leave your house in the morning, there's traffic, you will choose another direction to go. All right, you'll choose another direction to go. This, how it helps as a trader is very simple. We know where to focus on. We know where to focus on because these areas of price are where major plays happen. All right, for example, let me just go back. I'll show you. You can see this entire year so far, first 3 months, major moves got triggered somewhere in this time zone. Some point of trigger is there, right? Some point of trigger is there in these time zones. So here it's important to understand areas of trap. If I know this time zones ahead and I want to build a big swing position, I'll just wait for these time zones. Tell me what do you want to do, market, I'll follow that. All right, so it's very important for you not to get trapped in these time zones. Wait for price to show what it wants to do. All right, I will always definitely keep you updated using weekly videos or maybe sometimes important daily videos also. You for price analysis, we'll discuss that, and keep following me, guys. I'll keep you updated for any important changes or important new information I have to share. I'll share that in the YouTube channel. Thank you. I'll see you in another video.